Yo, what's up, diamonds? How you doing? It's your boy Doc Reid out here one more again, trying to help you out to stop getting played in these relationships, because it's unnecessary. Yeah, it's just unnecessary. You don't have to get played. You don't have to get dogged. You don't have to have your heart dragged through the mud. All right, and we're gonna make sure that we put a stop to that. Okay, there are foxes in the hen house, and we got to get them out. So first things first. Y'all know the drill. Hey, if you're new to Doc Reid, go to my website, get the Forbidden Secrets of the Goodie Box, which your father didn't tell you and your mother didn't know. You can download it for free, the ebook. A lot of relationship jewels in this book. You can get the Kindle. You can get the Kindle or the PDF on my website. All right. Also, oh yeah, my Facebook group, my closed Facebook group, ladies. Let me tell you something. If you're not a part of that, you're missing some great stuff. But you know what? I can show you better than I can tell you. Now, here's an interview that was done just this past week. Ooh, good stuff. Check it out.
What was it about her that attracted you to her?
It was, first, as men, we're highly visual. So we first look at the face, and she was beautiful. Her energy,
Describe what she looked like.
She was, I had favor towards brown skin, so she was chocolate. She had that short cropped hair, and she had a nice flowy sundress on, and she had a big, beautiful smile and two big dimples. And it just kind of like smacked me in the face. And all the energy was like right there. And I'm like, oh my God, like, who are you, and can we go dance? She was like spicy hot, like right away. The energy, spicy hot, right away. That energy just hit me, and I was like right on it. And I at that point in time, I was feeling kind of like I didn't know if I was gonna meet anybody that was gonna just like turn me out. And
what does that mean?
Was just have me on total. I'm on you. No one else is in the room. Like my attention when we started going out on dates was like 100% right here. There was nothing. So
you didn't think that before you met her that you would meet anybody with her? Were you seeing anybody before? Or did you have a squad?
Yeah, I had a squad, and they were all just goofballs.
How many?
There were like 6 or 7 goofballs, and they were.
Wait. At what point, getting to know her, you brought us up to the third date. Did you think, I'm finna let the squad go?
I did.
When?
Within like the third or fourth date, I was not interested in anybody in my squad. In my little notepad, my iPhone, I looked at them instantly. I was like, "There's nobody in this on my list that they play at this level right here." Because she was speaking to my emotions, and she was like, she was ready. And so when we were face to face, we were right here, and we had conversations right here. I had not experienced anything like that. I had not experienced that.
You mean ever or in a long time?
In a long time. That level of transparency, that level of like, oh my God, this is a second date. I'm about to kiss you. I can't stand it anymore, because all the barriers were gone. She was like, I'm jumping completely in this thing. And that was a level of transparency I guess I had never really seen in a while. So yeah, absolutely.
All right, like I told you, it's great stuff. If you enjoyed that, make sure you join the group. You can check out the replay. There's a part 2 to that interview coming up this Friday with Queuing and Chris, and it's going to be must-see TV. And I think the week after that, we're talking about me doing like a man-to-man thing. So I'm giving you the jewels. I'm giving you the nuggets. I'm giving you what you need, okay, to figure out why does this guy leave this woman, and drop. Chris was talking about how he dropped all these women that he was dating, right? And he focused just on one. There was something about that one, okay? It wasn't that, the other ones weren't attractive. They were. It wasn't that, they didn't have things, but it was something different about her. What was different? What would be different about you, okay, that would make him forsake all others, all right? Maybe you don't know, but tune in and you can find out. All right, next, this conversation or this topic about love bombing. Last week when I put up the video, someone said, "Doc, can you do a video about this love bombing business? What's going on right now? It's running rapid out here in these streets." So, as you know, fate would have it, I got to talk about it. If y'all dealing with it, I got to talk about it. All right, so here's the deal. What is love bombing? Well, basically, it's when you get a guy who is coming on real hot and heavy. Like he in the beginning, he will shower you with everything, give you everything that you want, everything that you thought you want. Hey, listen, all my dreams have come true. You're thinking. And then once he has you, then bow, the true colors comes out. So it is a form of narcissism. So Let's break it down a little bit. So if you got a guy who's love bombing you, now typically for you to be into anybody, they got to speak your language. Okay, what does that mean? That means that whatever your love language is or love languages are, they speak it. They can speak Swahili love language. They can speak Spanish love language, French love language, English love language, whatever it is. They can speak it, and they're going to speak it well. They're fluent. Okay, so that means if you like gifts, they're going to shower you with gifts every day. You know, Bath and Body Works, roses, just those little small things that y'all as women like. Oh, he was just thinking about me. Hey, baby, I just got it just because. You know what I mean? Now, sometimes you can still have some of this when you're in a relationship with just a regular dude, because when we're focusing, we're hunting. Like I said, we pull out all the stops. Now, guys will do that in general, but this guy, he comes in with a specific agenda. Okay, he is a master. All right, at this, he's sizing you up because he's got to set you up for the big payoff. He's going to give you stimulating conversation. All right, if you like the words of affirmation and all of that, hey, he can look into your eyes, and so I'm glad you said that, because I was thinking last week about, and the scripture talks about, if you look in Romans, right, Paul was talking about, and I just love it, because when he, you just like, oh my God, this guy is amazing. Oh yeah, he's giving it to you. Yeah, 31 flavors, he's giving it to you. He will offset your burden. Okay, acts of service. Hey baby, no, don't you put your pretty hands on that. Let me get that for you. I got it. Hey, no. You shouldn't have to do none of that. You know what I'm saying? Let Big Daddy have it. Get those bags for you. Let me get that suitcase for you. Let me cut your grass for you. Now, all of this is wonderful, and I'm not saying that because the guy's doing any of this that it should be red flags. Guys should be doing this, okay? But we're talking about a guy who's pouring it on thick in the beginning, okay? And then he's going to do the switcheroo on you, all right? If you like quality time, no, not quality time. Get to that on the back end. If you like touch, hey, we can cuddle. We can cuddle. We can watch TV. We could just, baby, all I got to do is just hold you. You know what I'm saying? You right here. Put on Big Daddy's chest. I got you. We want to just hold hands. Public display of affection. We walking through the mall. We wherever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not ashamed. This one right here, I'm all over her. Okay? She's mine. All right. And like I said, quality time. Hey, listen, I will text you. I'm coming over after work. I can't get enough. I'm there. So he's giving it to you on multiple levels. So understandably so, this would be somewhat intoxicating, right? Now here's the thing. Why would a guy pursue so hard? Like why would a guy want to put forth all of this effort, all right, to get you? What's the end game here? What's really going on? Well, I mean, it's not rocket science, ladies. There's some selfish need that he needs you to fulfill. It's not so much about you per se, because understanding that you as a diamond, you are special, but it's not necessarily that he sees you as special, because you got to remember what a narcissist, the love bombing thing, he feels he's the special one. He sees himself as the diamond. Okay, straight up, he sees himself as a diamond, but he knows that if he scopes you out and he thinks that you are vulnerable in some way, and that's part of his process to size you up to see if you are, while he's dropping these love bombs, you know what I'm saying, bombs over Baghdad, why he's doing this, and he's trying to see what kind of effect it's having on you. If it's pulling you in, then he knows that once he gets your heart, he has you. Okay, and now I can show my true colors, and you ain't going nowhere. I mean, it is the ultimate mind screw. I mean, seriously, because he knows that once you figure out, I've been duped, now you're going to be about the business of either trying to change it, trying to be good enough to make him love you. But see, now he's doing the Ike and Tina thing on you. You know what I'm saying? Anime. eat the cake out of it. So yeah, it's all over here. But he has to make sure he sets it up right in order for him to have that payoff on the back end. And they know who they going after. They do. You know what I'm saying? Because if you shut them down out the, right out the gate, okay, they'll be like, well, this is not going to be an easy prey. All right, because I don't want too much of a challenge. I need something that's easy. All right, this falling for it. And here's the thing, like I said, ladies, I'm not trying to say that if you got a great guy who is, really stepping up to the plate, because I know some of you are guarded. Some of you, when a guy's being genuinely nice, you don't trust him because you're like, it's too good to be true. And the challenge is, you really do have to let the wheat and the tare grow up together. You do. You just do. And by doing that, by allowing them to grow up side by side, because in the beginning, why? They look alike. How we gonna pull up the tare without pulling up the wheat? Well, we let them grow up together, and then at some point it will begin to separate. Okay, we will be able to identify the difference between the tare and the wheat. All right, that's why you got to stay very mindful. All right, now let's talk about the powerful effects of the love bombing. Like I said before, it's a very intoxicating feeling. I mean, it's a high. When you got somebody doing all the things that you love, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a woman or you're a man. That is a very intoxicating feeling. All right. Just the idea of the infatuation in the beginning stages of romance and love. I mean, it'll bring your little boy out. It'll bring your little girl out, like no other. And sometimes it's a challenge to try to stay sober-minded, but also be in the moment, because I encourage being in the moment. You should enjoy it. All right. If you're getting the things that you've desired and that you deserve and that you wanted, you should enjoy the process, but you got to go through it with your eyes wide open. Now, for some of you, this may come on the heels of a bad situation. Okay. So you really want, and more so, you need to believe that he is everything that he's presenting himself to be. Okay. And if that is the case, if you like, I just need some hope in my life. I just need a bright spot. I've come through a very dark season in my life, and I need this to be what I need it to be. And as that tare starts to separate and show you that it's not wheat, you still keep hoping and wishing and praying that maybe it is that, and I'm going to ignore the red flags, and maybe I'm just not seeing that, like it's not a red flag, it's a pink flag, it's an orange flag, it's a, you know what I mean? No, it's red, but now you're speaking from some lack from within, some gaping holes from within, where you need to believe the fairy tale, you need to believe the dream, if indeed he's showing that he's not the real deal. Another thing is, it's the spider web of deceit. I mean, you think about a spider web, when, the prey comes into the spider web, it's thinking that it's going to get something. It's very unassuming. It's you don't know that you've gotten into a trap. Maybe there's something in the spider web that you think some morsel or something that you're going to grasp real quick, and then you're going to be out of there. No. Okay. Once you get into the web, we're waiting till you get right in pocket, and guess what we're going to do? We're going to stick the venom in you, and you sleep. You sleep, and you going along for the ride. And I know this it's horrible. Ladies, it's horrible that you got to go through this in relationships, but it's a reality that you're dealing with out there. I don't want you to get gobbled up by the love bombing. I want you to be very aware. I want you to be sober-minded. But at the same time, I do want you to be able to enjoy yourself. And I want you to be able to appreciate if a guy is genuinely doing these things for you and he has no ill will. But trust me, okay, a guy is always going to show his true colors at some point. Okay, now here's the thing. You cannot underestimate the stronghold that is involved, that can be a result of this love bombing. It can be a stronghold. I talk about the crackhead phase all the time, right? You can be pookie real quick out here getting bombed on, and you got to be mindful. And I'm not going to minimize the power and the strength that this stronghold can create. Okay. And, if you find yourself in that situation, if you are in that situation right now, you got to get some help. You got to get some, because you know for sure if you're in this thing and you've been trying to get out of the web, but every time you reach to get out, you get sucked back in. You know how hard it can be. So you may need to get some help. You may need that accountability. You may need that support group, whatever it is. You can't do it by yourself. You've tried and it's not working for you. So here's the key, ladies. Here is the key. You have to stay objective. You absolutely have to. All right. While you are enjoying this process, while you are being possibly bombed on, they're giving you, because like I said, I can't overemphasize this enough. You can't tell the difference in the beginning. You just can't. I know y'all probably want a magical formula to be able to tell. You can't, ladies. Okay, you just have to be mindful and you have to stay objective. Understanding that relationships, dating, the process goes through stages. Okay, and if this guy genuinely is love bombing you and it's all about him, that's going to come out. Okay, and when it comes out, okay, now it's time for you to respond accordingly. One of the good indicators can be friends, family, coaches, whatever. All right, that will help you see a little bit more objectively. If you feel like you've drank the Kool-Aid and you don't know, once things start to get a little weird, okay, friends, family, like I said, friends, family, coaching, whatever, to give you that sense of objectivity. The right thing, ladies, could feel very wrong. Okay, so when I say that the right thing could feel wrong, meaning if you pull away from this situation, okay, because it's got such a stronghold on you, okay, it's got you in its grasp, that could feel wrong. All right, because everything that's a part of you, it's like tearing a cloth. You just rip it. You don't cut it with a nice clean, cut with a pair of scissors. No, you're ripping it. That's how it can feel like what you're doing to your heart. You're being torn apart when you have to separate yourself from this very toxic, all right, intoxicating situation, all right, that you have with this narcissist. But you cannot go off of how you feel. Now, yeah, it's hard because I do like the little monkey covering his eyes. When you're in this situation, your feelings are not going to be your best friend. That just is what it is. Okay, so you have to be able to go here and ignore here, because this right here can tell you all day long, you pulling away, it hurts, it's painful. We want to go back, all right, to the vomit. All right, like Proverbs talks about, because something about this horrible thing tastes good. I don't know why, but maybe it's familiar. The vomit came out and it was familiar. Okay, so let's eat it again. Dogs are weird. All right, but we have these type of behaviors as humans. We go back to a situation that's not good for us. So like I said, if you can't really trust yourself, have your accountability group. Have your crew, but now you got to make sure that they ain't, because some people that it's in our circle ain't really, they're not helpful in that way. Maybe they could be helpful in some other ways. So that's something that you might have to be mindful of. My thing here, ladies, it's all about enlightened dating. It's all about aware dating. Okay, you can't just come out here and just blindly date. You cannot do that. You have to be the enlightened, educated dater. All right. Now, let me say this. There are great guys out here. You saw that with, the interview with Chris. Okay. There are great guys out here who themselves, they get their heart broken. They get their heart shattered. They mean well. All right. They want to love and they want to lavish, all of these great things on women. So guys have to be mindful too. I think that there is because ladies, a lot of times y'all experience so much, hell, with certain guys, that you think guys aren't going through some of the pain and torment that, you go through. But part of that is, guys, it's just that we somehow ignore it better. Throw ourselves into our jobs and, things of that magic, because the pain is just so overwhelming. that you just kind of got to do some type of mindless behavior to try to get out of it. But even with that, I mean, it's still something that we can end up wearing on our sleeve. We can't eat, you can't sleep, you don't want to do nothing. You want to sit in a dark room, play Luther Vandross all day long, and just stare at a wall. You know, I mean, trust me, ladies, we go through that. If you think we don't, trust me. And we all go through, I don't care if they the most hardcore player, okay? Everybody meets their match at some point, okay? If you're dealing with this, hey, get at me. If you need help, you find yourself, you got the stronghold, it's the monkeys on your back, it's really got you weighed down. You know, you're like, Doc, I've tried 1,000,001 ways to work through this thing. Nothing I'm doing is working. I'm just digging myself deeper and deeper and deeper into this quicksand. Get at me. Let's do a free consult. Let's find out what's going on. You know, put you in one of my coaching programs. Let's work together. You know what I'm saying? Get you out of that situation. Also, check out the Facebook group coaching. Now, let me say this about the Facebook group coaching. You can only access it because people I see, they come directly to the group on Facebook. You cannot enter the group by going directly to the group on Facebook. Okay, I can't say that enough times because it's a coaching group. Okay, you are being coached in the group. Okay, that's $9.99 for the coaching in the group. For the access to these exclusive videos and interviews with men, the support you're getting from the other diamonds, and you know, being able to see that somebody's going through what I'm going through, what I'm offering in terms of coaching and additional lessons that go outside of what you're getting here just on YouTube. Okay, so I want to make sure I over communicate. You can't go directly to Facebook and just access the group. You got to go to the link that's provided on my website. Okay, so I think I've beat that dead horse. So anyway, listen, hopefully y'all have a great week, and I'm going to start doing my weekend roundup in terms of the wonderful things that are happening in the group, because I think that it would be an injustice for y'all not to see that. So some of the ladies that are in the group, we're going to just be chopping it up, just talking about some of the highlights from the week. And so you can really get more of a realistic perspective of what's been going on. So listen, hopefully y'all have a great relationship week, and I will talk to you next week. Peace.